I would like to play a game. You see, my franchise has been going on for almost 20 years, and now it seems that it's coming to its terrifying conclusion. How good is this terrifying conclusion? Well, I guess you'll just have to play to find out. Life or death. The choice is yours. This is Saw X.
Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and look, this is my review for Saw X starring Tobin Bell, Shawnee Smith, I think her name is Sinevov Lund, Stephen Brand. It was directed by Kevin Grudert, and our story follows Tobin Bell once again as John Kramer, taking place between Saw 1 and Saw 2. So this movie's right in the middle of that, and basically he is trying to figure out how to live with his cancer, or go through life with it, and essentially he finds these doctors who are promising that they have this special surgery that they can actually cure him and they can get rid of his surgery for him, yet he finds out that it's all part of a scam. And so Jigsaw now has to go back and do his Jigsaw things and torture these people because they're just messed up, and give them, he is giving them a second chance at life, or he's in his very messed up way, he's going to try to give them a second chance at life, but now they have to play these games because they decided to mess with John Kramer. And I'm going to be really honest with you guys here. I am not the biggest fan of the Saw franchise. Like, I completely seen these movies out of order since when I was a kid on AMC. Like, they would always play just randomly. They'd play like 6, 5, and then 4 one day, and then one day 3, and then 7 would play. It'd be very, like, so I've seen all these movies out of order. And so I'll say this. I never necessarily got, like, the consistency of this franchise because everything, like, a lot of plot details were introduced to me out of order. And so I was revealed to some stuff before I needed to, and some stuff was revealed to me before I was supposed to know it. And I mean, did that really affect my whole like viewing on this franchise as a whole? Maybe, but personally, I was able to. I mean, even if you've seen them out of order, it's still torture porn. And honestly, the story after maybe like 5 gets kind of pretty wacky, so I don't really care much about the story after that one anyway. And then you had the Spiral spinoff, which I was not that big of a fan of. The twist was kind of dumb in that one. Sam Jackson was pretty funny, but I mean, other than that, this franchise has kind of had a lot of just ups and downs. This 1 and 2 for me are the best by far in the franchise. The rest of the movies are kind of take a roller coaster between mid, average, shitty, stupid, just dumb. It just goes all over the place at that point. But as far as this movie goes, I didn't even know what I was expecting this movie to be going in. I wasn't expecting it to be good. I wasn't expecting it to be bad, but I damn sure wasn't expecting it to be good. And I walked out completely shocked. This movie was damn good. Like, damn good. Like, when I say this is probably a top 3 movie in the franchise, probably top 2. Saw 1 is the best one. Saw 1, easily the best one, but this one definitely competes with the second one for probably one of the best movies in the franchise. This thing is incredible. First of all, having John Kramer, Tobin Bell, as the center of this whole thing, genius. You need that because this dude literally carries the franchise on his back, in my opinion. Now, before I get into, Tobin Bell and Jigsaw, the character Jigsaw himself, I was literally having a conversation with my friends about this and how much of an impact this franchise has on the horror fans and the horror genre itself. Personally, I don't think Jigsaw holds up to the legendary horror characters such as Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers, Hannibal Lecter, guys like that. And then as far as like franchises go, there are actually quite a few franchises I would choose over Saw, including Final Destination. Final Destination I would definitely choose over the Saw franchise. Conjuring movies I'd probably choose over the Saw franchise. Evil Dead movies for sure. I mean, it's just Saw just made too many movies and just made too much crap to really, have a hold on me as far as the horror genre goes. But like I said, this movie here truly just exceeded all my expectations. Like, first of all, the first 20 to 25 minutes of this film is heavily story based. And I was thinking to myself, do I really need all this setup, all this story to really care about torture porn? It helps. It definitely helps. It gives you an emotional attachment to the story. It makes Jigsaw, Tobin Bell's character, a sort of anti-hero because he's truly dealing with some messed up people in this movie. And he's messed up himself. Everybody's messed up. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. But this movie is, I don't want to say unintentionally funny, but I think it is trying to be funny in some ways, like in a dark humor sort of way, because it definitely had a lot of humorous moments in the film. The story itself is incredible. It's really good. It's something that you can definitely attach yourself to. Like I said, you end up finding yourself low key rooting for Jigsaw to kill these people because what they're doing is completely messed up. I won't get into like huge details. They screwed him over, but I won't get into the grand scheme of what they're doing. But look, what they did was completely messed up, and you find yourself here rooting for Jigsaw, and on top of that, you get some of the bloodiest, goriest kills. Now, are they some of the best traps that I've seen in the franchise? I've seen some more creative ones. Now, each trap, whenever whatever they're supposed to do happens to the people, I'm not covering my face. I mean, I was kind of like I can't really eat when I watch movies like this because I had to make sure I like rushed and ate my food before like any of the torture shit started, because I knew once that started happening, my stomach was just I was probably gonna throw up. But this stuff is gross. It's bloody. It's gory. It's grotesque. It's everything that a Saw fan wants in a movie and so much more. This movie was damn good. Honestly, all the characters in the movie surprisingly gave really good performances. They could have gave corny ass, dumb, throwaway performances, but these people actually put their best foot forward to give you a damn good Saw movie. I'm actually very shocked because I did not think this movie was going to be good. I thought the trailers were so kind of just like they felt just rushed, like, yeah, we're just making another Saw movie. Oh, we're bringing back a legendary character, Amanda Young. We're going to be doing this, that, and the third. Like, I thought they were really giving away everything this movie had to offer, but all the traps. So I didn't really think there was much else this movie could give me, but it gave me a lot more than I expected, and I really, really enjoyed it. As far as what I didn't like about the movie, the only thing I could critique about this movie is once the twist happens, and the twist is pretty damn good. Once the twist happens, there's a bit of corny acting that starts, but I mean that's kind of, you know, expected. There's some corny stuff going on, but it wasn't too bad to where it completely took me out of the movie. It didn't really take me out of my experience with the movie completely. I kind of was like, that was really corny, and that what you're doing here is kind of mid, but yeah, it's okay because the rest of the movie, you know, holds up. And honestly, I really didn't expect this movie to be as good as it was, man. I'm shocked. I walked out literally like completely just baffled. Like I was literally thinking to myself, like, was that movie really as good as I'm thinking, or am I just like, was I just really expecting, you know, something else? And it's like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of this franchise, so for me to actually thoroughly enjoy this thing, I was completely shocked. And for all those reasons and so many more, guys, I'm going to give Saw X a 3.25 out of 5 stars. All right, guys, so Saw X, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Look, we are getting into October. That's spooky month. You guys know Halloween is coming up. Let me know what your favorite horror movies are, what your favorite horror franchises are. What are your thoughts on the Saw franchise as a whole? Does this movie kind of change your thoughts on how, you know, effective the franchise is as a whole? For me personally, there's too many movies for this. There's too many movies for this franchise to have a complete 180 and for me to feel like completely different about it. But as far as Saw 1, Saw 2, I am kind of a fan of Saw 5. Saw 4 is okay. 6 and 7 I don't really care for. Spiral didn't care for. 9 didn't care for. This one I care for. But like I said, there's probably out of 10 movies, there's probably like 4 or 5 that I actually care about, and there's just 5 that there's probably 4 that I actually, there's probably 4 that I care about. 1 that's, you know, it's cool. The rest I don't really care for, so can't really change my mind on the franchise as a whole. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff and so much more. Thank you for watching. This is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.